This one you can interpret two different ways. Player you're most excited or interested to watch in the second half of the year, Peach. I got a bunch of players here, but you can kind of do what are your three top players of sorts?
Well, normally when you do these, you only have three to choose from. So if you put somebody on the bench, that's the person that you're slighting. But in this case, the three that we select are the three most that we want to see, basically.
I guess, or maybe you can throw some slight shade if you put some on the bench. It's like maybe that's.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna. I know it's gonna shock you, but I wasn't gonna.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Okay.
That was not the way I was gonna go. I think for me, it's pretty easy. It's not sexy, but it is true. I'm gonna go with Paulo and Franz as my one. I'm going to go with Franz first and then go with Paulo second. I'm interested to see if Franz can become more consistent. Some games it seems like he disappears a little.
Okay.
I'd like to see him be a little bit more consistent around the 20-point mark. Also, next would be Paulo. I'd like to see towards the end of his second year, is he going to still be able to keep producing at the same level? I feel like he will. I'm not worried about it, but that's something I want to watch. And on third, I'm actually going to go with J.I. here because I just want to watch him play more, right? Like, I mean, I've talked about it ad nauseum on this. I just want to see him play more. I'm impressed by his defensive prowess when he plays. He feels like a liability on offense sometimes to me. He feels like he has no touch around the rim, but his defense is so good, and the way he can lock guys down. If he can just stay on the court and play more, he's going to become important for us at playoff time. I just know he's going to end up guarding one of the team's best offensive threats. So I need to make sure that he's going to be able to be there. And I know that does lend itself against what I want, which is to see him play, because they're going to keep resting him to make sure he's good for that. But if I can't see him play a bunch of consecutive games with a bunch of consecutive minutes, why should I believe that he'll be able to do it once the playoffs start? So that's the other thing that I really kind of want to see happen as we go forward. So that's my three. It's not sexy, but that's how I feel.
No, all right. I got Paulo 1. He's going to be my starter. I think some of the reasons that I talked about earlier in the show, his free throw attempts are trending down a little bit. I'm interested to see how he reacts to that. I don't think he's going to be the type of guy that is going to start getting frustrated with referees. I think he'll stay the course, and then those calls will come around again as people realize, yeah, I mean, this guy's a tank, but he's getting hacked on the way to the rim. So I'm interested to also see if he can continue to shoot as well as he's been shooting from beyond the arc. I mean, he's crushing it this year from three, and I'm interested to see how he ends the year from beyond the arc. I'm trying to bring up his stats right now. That's why I'm kind of stuttering about it here. Let's see. What is he on the year? Why do you not tell me on the year? So I guess next would be my backup. He's shooting, 36.7% from beyond the arc. That's about a 4% increase from last year. So can he still continue that prowess from beyond the arc? And just seeing how his game develops. I could have Franz here, but I'm as my backup, but I'm going to go with Cole. I'm going to leave Franz off my list, actually. I'm going to go with Cole. He's someone who I wrote in OrlandoMagicDaily.com was going through it, man. And he was the first to tell you that he was playing like shit. And that's one of the reasons I love Cole Anthony. He had a post, and I should have pulled it from X. I saw an interview where he said he was playing like doo-doo. And I love that he understands it. He's not shy about it. He faces it head on. He was, the last guy in the gym getting up shots. So he's hardworking, working through it. And I'm rooting for him. So that's why he's my backup. He is the guy that I'm second most excited to watch this year. And then on my bench, am going to, similar to you, Peesh, where you had kind of like an injury question mark on your bench, I'm going to go with Markelle Fultz. He is one of my favorite players to watch. I really think he's the basketball in this man's hands is poetry. I love the way that he's able to play. And I'm again rooting for him. I want to see him get healthy by the end of the year and hopefully going into the playoffs. And I'm most interested because he's in a contract year. What happens with Markelle Fultz here at the end of the year? Time will tell. So those are kind of the storylines, maybe more so than the players I'm interested in. Starter, Paulo, can he stay consistent? How does his game adjust if he's not getting all these calls? Then Cole coming out of the slump, owning it head on, rooting for him. He's had some good games now. And then Markelle Fultz. All right, so those are ours. Let us know what players and player storylines you're most excited to follow